Welcome to the 2025 Rocket Classic at Detroit Golf Club, located just minutes from downtown Detroit, Michigan. After strolling the city sights, we headed onto the grounds of the historic Detroit Golf Club, where we checked out the first tee. The 9th green, the 14th green, the 15th tee, and the 18th hole. Major renovations to the course will begin on Monday, so make sure to enjoy this footage now. But here at GolfWRX.com, we know what you're really here for. You're here for the gear. And for that, we got you covered. With plenty of gear footage from on-site at the Rocket Classic, and a surprise special guest appearance from a certified club junkie. First up, at the Rocket Classic, we got a great look at the upcoming Ryder Cup Team USA golf bags made by Swag Golf. And some awesome patriotic putter covers made by the company too. We then checked out the stand bag of Monday qualifier Auto Black on Tuesday. And then the staff bag of Auto Black that he switched into on Wednesday. That's the PGA Tour treatment right there. We also checked out the bag of Joe Hooks, who won the Shippin' Invitational to lock in a spot at the Rocket Classic event this week. In other news, we saw Jake Knapp testing out a Scotty Cameron mallet putter. Siwoo Kim testing out a Giraffe Beam Jailbird putter. And Kevin Kisner going through his putting drills, utilizing an alignment stick. We also checked out Kisner's bag too. And speaking of swing aids, we also saw a pool noodle in Hayden Buckley's bag. What do you think he uses the pool noodle for? Leave your answer down in the comments. Alright, let's get to some major news of the week. Ahead of the event, we got some great in-hand footage of L.A.B Golf's new heel-shafted Oz putter designs. This was a mysterious unveiling by the company, since L.A.B representatives stayed quiet on the new designs, and they weren't allowing tour players to use them yet this week. They were taking orders and allowing testing though. What we do know is they had several different colorways available. And top-line designs. And we even gave the putters a test for ourselves. What do you think of L.A.B's new heel shafted designs? In other news, after getting in-hand footage of Kirk's Callaway MB Proto irons at the recent US Open, we caught up with the man himself to get his take on the new designs and what he likes about them.
How they feel, how they look, how they perform. Yeah, it's something that's been kind of in the works for a while now. Got the first prototypes heads last year, and it was definitely something that I wanted an iron with that had more bounce, especially leading edge bounce. But that the way that they structured that sole, it gives you nice leading edge bounce, but then you have kind of the relief on the back that helps the club to exit the ground faster. It's kind of what I would say a lot of guys are looking for. They want to feel like they can hit down on the ball and it not dig, but also that the club doesn't really like skip off the turf either. So the club kind of goes into the ground and out of the ground quickly is what it feels like anyways. That may be a complete illusion, I don't know, but that's the feel that they provide that I was looking for, and a lot of other guys as well.
I know you're a connoisseur. How do you think they look from address?
I think they're perfect, yeah. Definitely something that, I don't know how much they listen to me or don't listen to me, but, I think that I like a little bit square on the toe side. And then I feel like the 8-iron is kind of the key for me. It's always really hard to get an 8-iron to look correct. And so I like when an 8-iron looks more like the 7 and less like the 9, so you don't have that kind of round look on top of it, and I think they did a really great job with these ones.
I love it. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, sure.
We also checked out Minwoo Lee's new wedge stamping. Paul Peterson's Nike irons, which are still going strong in the bag. Seymour's new prototype putters. Rikuya Hoshino's iron covers. Harry Hall's Bettinardi prototype putters. KBS's new custom shaft labels made special for certain PGA Tour players. Thomas Rosenmuller's Germinator wedge stamping. NFL legend Jerome Bettis' golf swing ahead of the Wednesday Pro-Am. Now, for a special surprise guest appearance from Brian Knudsen, GolfWRX.com's gear expert and host of the Club Junkie podcast. This Inside the Ropes narrator had the pleasure of playing golf with Knudsen at the nearby Dearborn Country Club in Michigan. Give it a rip. We learned a lot about Knudsen's golf game. How's that lie?
It's horrible. Pretty sure somebody stepped on it. Pretty sure one of the kids here ran out, stepped on it, and just ran off.
It was me.
Plus, playing against Tursky, stepped on my lie, pushed that ball down.
Sorry about that, bud.
I don't think you're that sorry. But in my mind, I'm going to hit this. It's 98 to the flag. I'm going to hit 95 with a 56. Hopefully it's going to land, check up, and then just trickle down the hill. Bingo. It's a great plan. Or I'm going to blade it into the bunker over the green. Whichever one. Ball's going to sit up. Right at it. Oh! Spun back a little bit. It went a little long. I didn't think I could hit this that far. Well, 56-10. That went farther than I thought.
Nice shot,
I'm
though.
amped up.
Nice
I'm amped
shot.
up. On my camera, I'm amped up. I can't help it. What do you want me to say?
And preferred food choice at the turn.
Out there.
We got a little dog at the turn.
Were they out of ketchup?
They weren't. They actually had an abundance of ketchup and mustard available. And I'm not going to lie, I passed on both.
So this is purposeful.
I am a no condiments guy. It is my serial killer trait. I don't put any condiments. I mean, I gotta put a little onion on there, but that's it.
You know, you're gonna have the comment section fired up.
Oh, I'll be getting death threats. So this is a serious business out here. So, but yeah, straight, just a little dog, little onion, little bun. That's it.
Absolutely insane.
It's fire. So good.
Okay. And then we got a full breakdown of his current bag setup, which we hear he switches every single round he tees it up.
That's right. So we got what's in the bag for today's round. Got to play with a bunch of our friends, our co-workers here at GolfWRX. Had a blast. So yeah, we got a bag. We're gonna start at the top because that's where we always start. And I had 2 drivers in the bag. There's another one in the cart, but the one I played the most was the Callaway Elite Triple Diamond. So this is kind of the lower spinning, kind of more neutral bias head. As you can see, all fit, so I can use different shafts with all the different heads that I have. This is a 10.5 head set standard, and it is shafted up with a Fujikura Ventus Blue. This is the Velo Core Plus, the 2024 shaft. So kind of mid-launch, low spin, but good combo. Actually, I had 2 drivers out here. This one I hit more fairways with today. Not that I hit a ton, but I hit more fairways with this combo today than anything else. So, all right, so we got that one there. And then we moved to 3-wood. I also have an extra shaft, got a UST Link M40X, the TSPX version, in there in case I needed it. So always got to have an extra driver shaft. You never know when you're going to need one, so that is in the bag, ready to go.
What's the grip on that?
This is a grip, a company called Rip It Grips that made some pretty cool, funky grips. They sent me, they're nice enough to send me a few a while back, and they're kind of cool, something different. They actually got pretty decent feel to them as well. So then we moved to 3-wood, and 3-wood is going to be the Callaway Elite Titanium. This is the 3-wood I've really started to like a lot. It's easy to hit off the deck, a little bit bigger, tons of speed. The face is super hot on this thing. But a really good 3-wood, hit it off the deck, hit it off the tee. Just set to standard on this one here, so nothing too crazy. And then this is shafted up with a KBS prototype. This is the actual current PGA shaft. So the one that's out right now is the PGW, but this is the prototype version. They kind of released a little bit before they released the shaft that's out now. So kind of cool white graphics, the GolfWRX logo and the KBS logo. Always cool when you got something that says prototype on there. But this has been a good 3-wood that, again, I can hit it off the deck, hit it high enough, because that's always a struggle for me.
Company man.
I'm a company man, that's right. So then we move into 7-wood, and 7-wood is going to be the TaylorMade QI35 Tour. So yes, this is the titanium-headed 7-wood, which is pretty cool. It goes a long way. It's super hot, but it actually elevates, gets the ball up in the air pretty easily. I mean, I actually slid the weight all the way forward just to bring it down a little bit, add a little bit of distance to it for the gapping. But this one here, same thing, set I think 1 click lower, so I'm taking it down like 0.75 degrees there, just to add a little bit of distance on it for the gapping. But this thing's been a really good 7-wood. Again, deeper face. Easy to hit off the deck, and as well as hit it off the tee until I didn't clean it off that well. And then this is shafted up with a Fujikura Ventus TR Blue. So this is the TR Blue, which again, kind of mid-launch, low spin. This is an 8 stiff, so 80 gram range. I really like the TR because it's got that reinforced handle section that just makes it a little bit stiffer. So just a little bit more control with the TR Blue. So big fan of this setup, and I've played the shaft in 7-woods before, so it's kind of my go-to when it comes to the old 7-wood.
How long have you been a 7-wood guy for?
A few years now. I added a 7-wood a little while back, and I've gone through a couple different versions, but I love the 7-wood. I'm not a high ball hitter, so 7-wood is welcome into the bag. And then we move into irons, and we go hybrid first. So 4 hybrid, and this is going to be the new Ping G440. And this one here, still kind of working on the setup as we're early in the year still, I guess. But this one here, the 4 hybrid, it is set, I believe, down 1 and flat. So it's 23 degrees, set to 22 in the flat setting. And this thing's just, man, it's easy to hit high. It goes a long way, and it's really forgiving. It's just easy to hit. Shafted up with a Ping Tour 2.0 Chrome 85 stiff. So this is just kind of their stock shaft, which, again, if you're not familiar with the Ping Tour shafts, these things are really, really good for just stock shafts. So 85 stiff in here, which matches up well. All the hybrids I typically throw in here are usually 85 grams, but yeah, really easy to hit off the deck. and it goes the right distance, and it's easy to hit in the green. So that is hybrid. And then we move into iron set, and irons are going to be the Cobra 3DP Tours. These are the brand new ones that just came out. These are the 3D printed irons, so hollow body, kind of a lattice structure inside, tons of tungsten weight. And the thing I love about these is that they are super compact, they're small, but they're super forgiving. I mean, for the size, they shouldn't be as easy to hit as they are. They feel good, they sound good, and they're just playable. So for a guy like me who loves a little cheater club, this bad boy's a little bit of a cheater. But I like these things a lot. I played them, these are kind of the gamers at the moment. I've been playing them a decent amount this year. And these are shafted up with the True Temper Dynamic Gold mid 115s. So this is the higher launching version of the Dynamic Gold. 115 grams, a little bit lighter, but still has that kind of Dynamic Gold feel. But really a solid setup to kind of launch the ball a little bit higher while still maintaining good control on it. So these have been great. I played these 5 through pitching wedge, and I've been a big fan of these irons ever since they came out. So hit them back in the day when they first came out. I've loved them since. And then we move into wedges, and wedges are going to be, we'll go the first 2 are going to be 50, 56, and these are going to be the PXG Sugar Daddy 3s. These things, I mean, are crazy forged milled wedges, and they feel soft. The S grind has enough bounce where they get through the turf well here, they work well, and then they spin really well, especially out of the rough. They spin really, really well. So for me, I'm not a high spin player, so anything that kind of helps add a little spin, give a little bit more control, big fan of it. So I played these wedges actually all through the second half of last year as well, moving into this year. So it's 2 of the clubs that actually moved over from last year into this year, which is pretty rare for me.
Actually unbelievable.
Very rare. Who knows? The year's not done, so they could be gone. You never know. And then these are shafted up with the Project X 6.0 wedge shafts. So these are the wedge-specific versions. So they weigh the same amount as the standard Project X iron shafts. They are just a little bit softer in terms of flex. So when you're not hitting full shots, they've got a little better feel, a little more touch to them. And then the final wedge in the bag is going to be the Titleist Vokey WedgeWorks A+ grind. So this is a wedge that I started playing when it first came out, really liked it, and then I kind of let it go for the V grind. I was playing a lot of it at the V grind, but then went back to it recently, just trying it out, and I've kind of fallen back in love with it. It's got enough bounce where it floats well through all the conditions we have here, but it also is versatile enough where you can kind of open the face a little bit. The leading edge doesn't come too high off the ground, but it's basically an M grind with the grind line taken down. So really versatile, good 60 degree. Of course, it's raw. I love rusty stuff. And this one is shafted with the same Project X 6.0 wedge shaft. So same shaft. Again, great stuff in the wedges.
Let's head to the zoo.
And we're going to the zoo, baby. We're going to look up high, look up real high, because we have the AI1 Giraffe Beam putter in the bag today from Odyssey. And if you're not familiar with Giraffe Beam, it basically means long neck. And this is a long plumber's neck, as you can see here. Definitely long, definitely tall, probably about twice as long as most plumber's necks out there. And basically what that does is it takes some of the toe hang out of the putter. So this actually makes this Odyssey number 7 face balanced. And usually with face balanced Odysseys like a number 7, it's got a double bend shaft. This one here gives you the look of the plumber's neck, which some people really like. Some people use it for alignment. Depends on your preference. But I absolutely love the finish on this putter, the kind of copperish gold color. Reminds me of the old butane tour issue Odyssey number 7s they used to make back in the day that like Stenson and Poulter and a bunch of guys had. Reminds me of that. But yeah, face balance. Haven't used a face balance putter in a long time. So something definitely different, unique. AI1 face, which I honestly think it actually works. I think it's really good at keeping ball speed consistent when you hit it. Whether you hit it dead flush or you miss it, I think ball speed stays really, really consistent on it. So that one there, and then this is shafted up with a Fujikura MC Putter 115 Extra Firm. So the Extra Firm, this is probably the stiffest putter shaft that I've ever putted with. It's extremely rigid, super stable. The head is not moving anywhere with this putter shaft. So super stable, but it also softens up the field just a touch like that graphite definitely does. And grip on this one is going to be the Garson Quad Tour. So a little different shapes, kind of more trapezoidal. It's not as like a triangular shape on the bottom, more a little bit trapezoidal. Fits well in the hands, it's comfortable. I like it, I just kind of put it on here. Built it up the other day, and I like the feel of it. It feels good. So it was a decent putting day today. Wouldn't say it was making everything, but it was a pretty solid day.
What's that sticker you got on there?
So it's my little Club Junkie shaft sticker. So anything I build in my own little shop, I throw a little Club Junkie shaft label on there to kind of show that I built it, and that way, I don't know, something kind of cool. Also, I guess prove that I built it if it was good, and if it wasn't very good, well, then that's a bummer because people are going to know it's me. So, but that is my what's in the bag for today's round here out at Dearborn Country Club. We had a total blast, and yeah, this stuff will all change for probably next week, but this is what made it out today.
One question that we've been asking everyone, what are some of your favorite golf clubs of all time?
It's funny, I've got a few, but I really don't dwell on the past clubs that much because I'm always looking towards the next thing. And I know people say it's cliche or whatever, but like I literally do. Like I don't hold on to much. I absolutely love the original Callaway X Tour forged. That set of irons, I still have them. My set, I love those. They were kind of ahead of their time in terms of being a multi-piece forged cavity back. I was a huge fan of those. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, there's a couple old Scotty Camerons. Like I have a Catalina 2, the old oil can Catalina 2. Absolutely love that. I would love to get an old Mil-Spec 350 again. So a few pieces here and there that have some sentimental value. But other than that, like, let's see what 26 brings. I'm ready for next year's gear. So, the old stuff doesn't inspire me or grab me any longer.
A true gearhead.
For sure.
Thank you for the time, Mr. Club Junkie. A huge thank you to Knudsen for the time showing off his awesome bag setup. Sorry for stepping on your ball in the rough. Back at the Rocket Classic on Friday, Colin Morikawa made a surprise mid-event switch into a custom TaylorMade putter. And a big thank you to TaylorMade for the photos. According to the company, the putter was built back in April, and it was inspired by Colin and his desire to test a head that was similar to the designs he used back in college. It's a two-part head design with a steel body and hosel and an aluminum sole plate. And with that, unfortunately, we say goodbye to Detroit Golf Club, to Dearborn Country Club, and the Rocket Classic. We'll see you next time on GolfWRX.com's video series, Inside the Ropes. Hint, we're going to need a passport to film our next couple of videos. Cheers till next time.